Hello Aquarius, this is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your June 2023 tarot forecast. I apologize it's so late, but today I was rescuing two abandoned pit lab puppies. It shocks me to no end that people can be so cruel. I live in Las Vegas. It's hot here this time of year. They had no water, 2 little bags of food, and they were well taken care of, though. Their nails were clipped and their teeth were good, so maybe it's just someone who couldn't afford to keep them. But please remember that when you buy cute little furry puppies, they turn into big rambunctious puppies. So take care of your fur babies, people. Take care of your fur babies. So let's see what your energy is for the month of June. Here we go. All right, so we have attachments, third chakra, and happiness and healing. So I kind of feel for you, Aquarius, that it is time to kind of break away from what's been holding you back. Start using your intuition to kind of feel things out. Read the room a little bit, you know. Try to figure out what doesn't make sense. What's keeping you fearful? What's keeping you insecure? What's keeping you doubtful? What's keeping you attached to the situation that isn't beneficial for your growth or your comfortability or your happiness? And then remove yourself, or do what you have to do to remove yourself from that, and start your journey to happiness and healing. Start your journey to peace and growth, to abundance and prosperity. It is not your responsibility to take care of everything and everyone. If you have Sagittarius in your placement, I feel that these kind of readings will go together. We had the attachment out of the 12 zodiac signs. I think we had the attachment 3 times. Different situations, different scenarios, but 3 times. And my placements are Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. So I am really feeling this at the moment, as well as my other placements as well. So if you are able to find your moon and rising, you may want to look at those videos as well. It could be very important to you deciding what you need to walk away from. It could also be very important to your process of healing and happiness as well. So let's see what our wonderful tarot cards have for us. So let's see, I think this was the first one to drop. So we have the Devil, which makes complete sense with the attachment. I mean, yeah. So we have the Knight of Swords. So see, this is something that you want to move from very quickly, but the problem with moving away from it very quickly is that when we are in a situation like this and it's something that we want to really move away from or fight to get away from, or really we want to drop what we're doing to get away from, we want to change things about the situation that we're in, but we want to do it quickly. The problem with that is that we run into obstacles of our own because we're doing it so quickly. It brings in a lot of drama and a lot of unnecessary arguments and bitterness and hurtful things. So even though there is this attachment here, and yes, the attachment card is the same as the Devil card, people tempting you, enticing you to stay in this particular situation because of what they can do for you, right? But what they're really saying is, what more can you do for me? What more can I get from you? So yes, it's a good idea to go forward, but it's also a good idea to go forward with your eyes wide open, and from the perspective of your spirit eyes. You want to know how you're getting out of this situation. You want to know what direction to go. You want to know what's going to be beneficial to you and your road to happiness and healing. And that is why you're being guided to use that intuition. We have the Moon card, we have the Sun card, and we have the Death card. So the Moon card, you may be feeling a little bit helpless here. You may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit helpless. You may be feeling like you're maybe caged a little bit, a fish out of water. You don't know what to do. You're not trusting in yourself, believing in yourself. But trust me when I tell you that you have more strength than you know. And with this Moon card, there could be things hidden from you, but there could be paths laid out before you that you're not allowing yourself to see because you're wearing this mask and you're tempted by what other people are trying to present to you in ways that they will present it to you, right? Here's more money, here's more opportunity, here's more room to grow, here's more this, here's more that. And it may be okay for a minute, 2 or 10, but pretty soon you'll find yourself getting back into that same old routine that you were in before, which is why it is very important for you to start shifting and changing and getting out of that whatever situation this is that may not be good for you. You are stronger than you think. You are more powerful than you think. You're more intuitive than you think. You are more balanced than you think. You are more spiritually abundant than you think. And it's time for you to start putting that into play. It's time for you to start listening to your guides. It's time for you to start listening to that spirit goddess within. It's time for you to start listening to your intuition. It's time for you to start seeing things. It's time for you to start reading between those lines and start seeing things for what they truly fucking are, as opposed to how people are presenting them to you. And when you do that, there is this transformational time of you coming. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Judgment card came out, coming out of the fire like a phoenix, going through a time of rebirth, leaving all of this shit behind, coming into a time of peace and happiness and passion and power. And you have the ability to do all of this for yourself. Now it could be fear stopping you, right? We have the 10 of swords. It could be fear stopping you. It could be the pain, the guilt, the shame of everything that you've been through from the past, and you're not really sure if you're worthy of anything else, or you're not really sure how to, you're not really sure of anything else, because this is probably something you've been through for a really long time. But you have the Empress, and my goodness, you are, and by the way, tonight we have a full moon. You are the divine goddess. You are full of passion and power. Your cup is overflowing. The moon or the sun is really energizing your spirit, energizing your opportunities. As long as you're able to get away from this and you're using your intuition to do it, you should there will be a moment where a light bulb goes off and you're like, yeah, what have I been doing? What is going on here? But what I want to say is that while you're doing all this healing and all of this soul searching, not to get into anything relationship-wise quickly, right? Because there's also a lot of healing that needs to be done. The 8 of Swords is you feeling like there is no way out, or you don't know how to change it. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to break out of this mold that you've been in for quite some time. You don't know how to break those chains. And when I say chains, look at these pictures and you'll see what I'm saying. Both of them are chained. She is chained to this pole. The bird is chained to this rock with the devil standing upon it. So it's almost like we've known only this part of ourselves for so long that we get into situations like this because this is all we know. And then when we come to the realization that this isn't who we are, we don't know how to get out because this is all we've known. And the moon is saying, you do know how to get out. You do know how to move on. You do know how to move forward. And what you have to do is take off those blinders and stop being the victim of this situation, because you're not. You've never been, right? It may seem like it. It may seem like you're the victim of a situation, but in reality, you have that power. You have the power to remove yourself from the situation, and the only thing that is holding you back is fear. I was in I know that people don't like it when you give your personal experiences, but I was in when I was 20, 21, from 20 to 25, actually from 19 to 25, I was in a domestic violence relationship. And one day I woke up and knew that I was worth more than the bullshit that this man was putting me through. I was worth more than the physical abuse, the sexual abuse, the emotional abuse. I was worth more. So I packed up the 2 kids and I got out of there by some very helpful people, went to a domestic violence shelter. He came to our apartment 3-4 months later, kicked in the door, kidnapped the kids, tried to kill me, but here I am. I'm alive, I'm thriving, I'm safe. Do I have insecurities? Yes. Am I a little bit broken? Sure am. But am I trying to strive for something better? You damn right I am. And I'm not closing my eyes to the pain that sometimes I project upon myself because of the memories from my past. That I am not doing. Got to be the empress here. You got to know that you are worthy of more than what these people from your past have created, or what this person in your present has created. Such a celebration for you. Victory is just like right there. You have to make the decision. You have to make the decision to go in a different way. You have to make a decision to get out. You have to make a decision to move in a completely different direction. Now, if this is something that has already happened and you have already gotten out of this situation and you have already decided to move forward, know that what you went through doesn't define you. It makes you stronger. And I think Spirit wants you to know that with the moon and the sun and the death. What you have been through doesn't define you. It only makes you stronger. You need to find that power. You need to find that strength. You need to find that courage to move on. There isn't many people who can do that for you. Actually, there isn't anyone who can do that for you except for you. So we take accountability for our actions, that we were brave enough and strong enough to get out of this situation if you have already gotten out. And then instead of moving quickly into something completely different, we take our time. We recognize our strength, we recognize our courage, we recognize our opportunities, we recognize that what we have been through doesn't define us, we recognize that we are prosperous and abundant, we heal, we heal, we heal. We come into a time of peace, we are resilient, we are strong, we are brave, we are badass, we are goddesses, we are emotionally fulfilled, we are spiritually fulfilled, and we are absolutely divinely guided and loved. And there is no one who can take that from you, regardless of what we're talking about here. Be it a work environment, be it a partnership, a relationship, a family dynamics, a friendship, whatever it is, you've got this, and we've got you. So let's see what guidance is from the Spellcasting Oracle. There we go. Oh, yeah. It's not your responsibility, babe. Just lighten that load. And there may be grieving involved, because there always is. There may be grieving involved because there always is. Right? When we're leaving what we know, and situations or relationships or energies that we know, and we've been through that for a very long time. And when we start lightening the load, when we start taking accountability for us and dropping those burdens at the door, it becomes a very emotional thing, because even when we were in this situation, we felt that we were needed, right? And as crazy as it may sound, as awful as it may sound, when you're in a position like this, you feel as if you serve some sort of a purpose. It's true. I was there. And it was weird. I kind of felt that maybe the reason why that was what was happening to me is because I deserved it. Or maybe because what was happening to me was because I didn't say the right thing or do the right thing. And then when he wasn't paying that type of attention to me, I felt that I wasn't doing the right thing or saying the right thing. So it was just a vicious cycle. So there's this need to protect yourself from that vicious cycle. Continue to protect yourself as you're going through this time of transition and transformation. Continue to protect yourself as you're going through this time of grieving, because grieving is when we're at our weakest, and they can smell it. They can smell it when we're at our weakest, and they will come knocking and prowling and crawling and promising things that they have no intention of they will promise things that they have no intention of giving, and you'll just find yourself back in that vicious cycle again. And none of this, I mean, there are things that you have taken on yourself, obligations, responsibilities that you have taken on yourself, and you need to get rid of those. You need to dump those at the door. So let's see what your postcards from Spirit is. Here we go. Dearest you, if you ever wonder whether your ideas or inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone, we are here to tell you we are always whispering in your ear about your highest good. We are conduits for Spirit, letting you know you are a living channel for the awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means you heard us. Inspiration means Spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep going so you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences, and know that this is why you are on this earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. You are so, so, so very loved, Spirit. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for allowing me to do this reading for you today. Until next time, take care of you.